Sagittarius, hi. So this is going to be a reading for January 23rd through the 29th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. What is this? That's yours. Or Felix's. Looks like Felix's. Came back. Anyways, let's see, Saggy. No. Hey. Not showing on my shit. The overall energy for the reading, the Two of Cups. So we're talking about love today. Or the desire for love. Or I don't know. Let's see. In the recent past, the Judgment card, the Seven of Swords, the Strength card. Really trying your best to leave a situation behind you. Now, I don't know if you made it or not. I see you trying. And it takes a lot for you to actually leave a situation. Now, in the current situation, the Empress, the King of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles. Now, that could be an interesting energy. You're showing me you're working on something, and there's a lot of determination behind that for you. And there's also this feminine energy, which I'm not sure if that's like another energy attached to you, or if that's your own energy that you're coming from. Could be yours. I'm leaning more towards yours. And don't freak, we all have feminine and masculine energy. Sometimes we function under one or the other. What's interesting is that they both kind of show up once you're showing me the masculine energy of taking charge, the King of Swords, and then you're also showing me the softer side of you in that. Interesting. But we'll see. In the immediate future, the Sun, the Six of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. You're creating something quite nice here. And it's very balanced, very grounded, very happy by the looks of it. I kind of get a sense that it's going to take a little while. Like it's not going to happen tomorrow. But it pays off by the looks of it because it looks beautiful. So let me clarify. Let's see what's up. Let me see the Two of Cups. The Six of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, the Five of Swords. Uh-huh. Okay, so when it comes to this love, you're pointing out the fact that you're working on getting yourself away from it. But there's something deceptive about this. Because then I come to ask you, are you? Or how are you doing this? Because I don't know how, but there's something deceptive about it. If this Five of Swords weren't here, I would believe you. I would be like, okay, you're working on it. Keep on working on it. But the Five of Swords appears, and then I get suspicious of you. So I'm like, are you really? Really? How's that going? You know, so I'm not sure what's going on here. I feel like it's more of an energy of trying to convince yourself and me and everybody knowing you possibly of, no, that's what I'm doing. You know, the plan is to walk away from this. Okay. But, I don't know. Let's see the Judgment card in the recent past. The Knight of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Three of Pentacles. Interesting. So you're showing me here a partnership, and you're showing to me that every time you put your energy towards this partnership, things start getting very, very heavy. But you keep on doing it constantly. You keep on putting energy in there. And then it gets heavy, and then it's like, oh, okay, I'll recharge. Okay, let's do it again. Let me do the Seven of Swords. In the recent past. The Four of Swords, the Star, the Seven of Cups. You tried here to move on. You tried to walk away from it, definitely. And this is definitely in your desire to keep an eye open for that door, that exit door. Let's do the Strength card. The Ten of Pentacles, the Moon, the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, at the end of the day, there's a lot of confusion around this because I feel like, I don't know what this was to you, possibly still is, but it's one of those things where it almost looks like the hardest part to let go of was the, how do I call it? The routine. I've gotten used to do things in this certain way attached to this certain person. What do I do without that? Who am I without that? You know what I mean? So it almost feels like it's the routine that kept you in there, the history, the whatever it is that you had going on attached to the situation. And then underneath all that, there's a lot of confusion. Like, why can't I let go of this? Oh, it's because there's so much love. I don't think that was the love that was keeping you tied up to this. I'm not saying there wasn't love. I'm saying I don't think that was it. The glue to this wasn't necessarily love. The way I see it here, it's more of a routine kind of a thing. You know? Used to doing things in a certain way, tied up to a certain person. Let's do the Empress. The Strength card, the Page of Cups, the Two of Wands. You're showing a little more clarity in, you're showing a little more growth within yourself, and that's where you gain a little more clarity over what it is that you feel, what it is that you want, even. But there's still some part of you there, some big part of you that's kind of still waiting for something to happen, tied up to that situation over there. So you may have moved on, or you may have tried. Maybe that's the deceptive part here. Maybe that's where you're like, I'm moving on, I'm working on it. And then you're like, but you know what? I'm not gonna make too much progress in this in case they want to catch up, you know. Maybe they'll catch me if I move slow. Let's do the King of Swords. Three of Swords, Page of Swords, the Hangman. Not allowing yourself to feel much at this time by the looks of it, because when you feel pain. And because you feel pain, you're not allowing yourself to go through that pain to see that there's love beyond that pain. So it's one of those things where you approach your heart, trying to see what's up in there. You scan, you see the pain, and you're like, okay, I'm out of here. But in order to get to your heart, you would have to go through that pain that, you know, holds it a prisoner, basically. And for some reason, you're not doing it. And that's why you're staying in the logical space. Because that has nothing to do with the heart. You don't want to have anything to do with the heart as long as there's pain there. You know? The ironic part about these kinds of explanations that I keep on getting from you guys, not only you, everybody that comes in with this excuse of, there's too much pain, I don't want to feel it. Okay, but how does it feel now? When you don't want to feel that, when you're so logical about things, how are things working? So I'm looking at these energies every freaking time, and I'm like, something's not, because we have to bring our hearts into the game. You know, that's the point. That's why we're here. That's why we have this human experience. As painful as it is. You know? Otherwise, we keep on banging in the same walls. same mind walls. Let's do the Eight of Pentacles. The King of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. You're bringing out a dot of you, you know, of your energy in here. Just a dot of it. Overall, you're keeping it practical, logical, from a mind space. You know, God forbid you would go into that heart of yours, which, you know, it carries pain. Of course you wouldn't. And then you're like, but I want to have fun with it too. And you know you can't do that without the participation of the heart. So it's kind of like you remember that part of your energy there, a little incy part of your energy, is that of a playful, almost like bringing in the inner child, you know, the little Saggy wants to come out and play. And you're like, well, you can play, but with supervision, with adult supervision. You know, play for 2 minutes today and that's it. Go to your room. For how long? Undetermined. Maybe a year, maybe 2, depends on, you know. When I go to that heart of mine and I see how that pain is doing, and then, you know, it depends. It depends. So you get to be angry with yourself here and punishing yourself here, ultimately. You got to keep it practical. And again, it's not only you. We all do that to some extent. But it is showing up for you doing it at this time. So let's do the Sun in the immediate future, the Magician, the Nine of Swords, the King of Pentacles. You're manifesting stability and happiness within stability here for yourself. But I feel like you're having a hard time reaching that. So it almost feels like you're trying to expand maybe in your material world, whatever that is to you, a new job, school, whatever it is, something that you're building up in. And it looks like you chose your path, what you know would make you happy, but there's, you know, there's a little bit of hassle there to get to it for some reason. There's a little bit of stressing around that. Let's do the Six of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Four of Cups. It's a disruptive energy. It becomes a very disruptive energy. The more you stay in this logical of the mind kind of energy, it seems like it's disrupting the flow. Where in order for things to fall, yeah, you're manifesting good times here. You know, especially when it comes to your own stability. And there's something stressing you out in there. It's kind of like, why is it not coming through? What's happening? What am I missing? What am I not throwing in there? I'll tell you what you're not throwing in there. You're not throwing your heart in there. How do you expect to manifest happiness from a place of the mind? The mind doesn't feel. The mind thinks happiness. It doesn't feel it. Guess who feels it? And you're not allowing for that to come through, and then it's starting to disrupt all sorts of energies that you're putting out there that kind of fall into this organic place of sharing. When you come from a very balanced energy within yourself and you put that energy out there, the universe is going to respond in such an organic way that it's not even funny. You know, you're going to attract those things that you put out. If you put only stress out and only, oh my God, what do I do about this, about that, insecurities, fears, all sorts of things, guess what you're going to attract? It's disrupting the flow. It's not even disrupting it, it's creating it, but with nasty energies, which to me means disruptive. Because that's not, it's distorted. It's not showing up in the way that it's supposed to when you're aligned with yourself. You know? And at the end of the day, you're showing me, yeah, and I'm upset about it. I don't like it. Okay. Then do something about it. Let's do the Knight of Pentacles in the immediate future. The Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, the Death card. You might be asking for some help here to close something off, because the reason that your pain is here, I'm sure it's tied up to this whole situation of the past that you're trying to possibly close off, but it's not closing off, but it's in all honesty, it kind of looks like it stayed somewhere in the ether, somewhere up in the air, where it's not done but it's done, where it's not but done but it's done. And I feel like there's been no actual closure, even though you're showing me a push in the opposite direction of it. That doesn't, to me, that doesn't mean that this is closed off. To you, it may have meant that, but all it did was have you avoid the pain that you're experiencing through this. And as you do that, and as you keep on doing that, it seems like the energies are not favorable for you, you know? It looks like they're kind of coming back to bite you. And I kind of get the sense here with this Knight of Pentacles that you may start asking for some help to close this off, because that's what it's ultimately about, the closure of something that you may think by not addressing your heart you're actually doing, but you're not, you know. So over here you're kind of showing me, yeah, I'm expanding outside of myself to ask for a little bit of a help to close this off completely. So let's see what the universe has to close it off for you. The Wheel of Fortune, the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords. Just so you know, as I said, this energy is kind of coming back to bite you. It's something that might affect your material surrounding too. You may think that this is tied up to your heart, some sort of a relationship that belongs to that romantic part of your life, that heart aspect of you. And it's like, if I close off my heart, it's fine. But what you don't realize is you close off your heart there, you close off your heart everywhere. And it's going to impact this. And now I see how it's impacting this material manifestation for yourself. A sense of stability, a sense of, let me grow within myself. Let me do this for me. But you need your heart to do that too. And you may think you only closed your heart off to that situation, but no, you closed off your heart to that. You close off your heart, period. So it may start to impact all sorts of areas of your life where you think, no, I'm good here. My heart is open here. It's not open there, but it's open. No, it doesn't work like that. We don't get to choose, pick and choose. It's open there, it's closed there, open there, closed there, open. No, it's either open or closed. That's it. That's how it works. And I know it sucks, but that's it. But that's what I got for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.